Rabbe, motherfucker, mij. Jongen, naar de top. Ik zie mannen voor de paus.
What's cracking, everybody? You know what it is? I'm Justin, man, and this is for all the genre lovers out there. I hope there's a few. So, I like that. Our show Nocturnal is a horror about American journalists who go to Europe to cover what he thinks is just a crime story, only to uncover all the sinister, demonic, fucked up shit that happens in the city of Amsterdam.
Oh, that's harsh. I'm actually from Amsterdam. My my name is Giancarlo. I'm a Colombian filmmaker, and crime stories seem to come easily to me. This is my dad. He was a criminal and a drug dealer, and let's just say he had quite an impact on a family. It was not the best at times, but the thing that fascinates me to this day is he was having a blast. While working on a Dutch show called Mocker Mafia, I came across similar men. I've seen the most kind and generous people become violent from one second to the next. And the stories of journalists who befriended criminals don't always end well. So when I met Justin, we agreed that this shit's not crime. This is horror.
Yeah, and it's real shit. So this is recorded, and that's why I'm wearing sunglasses. That's why I keep it vague, and I'm going to say alleged a lot. So these are some of the shows I worked on. Hey, Bel Air's out right now, so check that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you combine the first two, you know it's a summary of my real life. Now, as somebody who was homeless and adopted into an alleged crime family by my pops, black man from LA, shout out Compton, I could say that it's true that there are criminals and gangsters that resort to black magic or the occult to gain an edge. Now, y'all ain't never gonna get my life story as a series, no sir, but you will get a show that depicts men and women turning into savages and going to the most extreme limits to get what criminals want. It's power, it's respect. Now with this material, think about it real quick, you could make some sort of social realism sob-ass story, but in ours, savages become monsters, right? So just like them age-old tales of Dutch folklore, speaking on what's known as the klud, I say that right?
Yeah, kind of.
Monsters are just that. They bone-crushing, they flesh-devouring, they're werewolves.
Now let's get back to Amsterdam. Maybe some of you have been there. Michelle has, yeah. But Amsterdam can be two-faced.
Ooh.
I mean, it's true, it can be cute, picturesque, romantic
Yes,
even.
sir.
But Amsterdam was also listed as a narco state by a 2022 article in The Guardian. So it means the entire economy relies on the trade of illegal drugs. So when night falls and the influencers go back to their Airbnbs,
Yep.
other things are illuminated. It starts off with everyone's favorite sport, Dutch kickboxing. But when the night progresses, it soon transitions into bar fights, illegal raves, illegal cab drivers, prostitutes, smugglers, pills. I know for most of you that sounds like a party, but the underworld isn't really visible. In this city, things are never what they seem.
No, sir. So in our series, when that American journalist sees a chance to change the course of his life, he hires a volatile but feared European female kickboxer as his fixer and his guide. Reminds me of my old bodyguard. Shout out Diablo. Now together, they try to unravel the inner workings of the city's most secretive crime organization, which is rumored to be supplying a brand new insidious body-altering drug called knock. There's always a damn drug, man. So this one is turning struggling kickboxers and vulnerable immigrants into them violent werewolf soldiers. So let's talk about our main cats, man. Character-wise, who we got? We got Gregory Whale. Where he at? There's my boy. Age 35. He's an ex-con. He's just trying to get his life right? Kickboxing led him down some shady-ass avenues, which I'm sure y'all been down. Michelle, maybe you. I don't know. You know? Now, Gregory up in L.A. He working as a diver. Who know what diver means in slang? Let's see. Cleo, you know? No? All right. So diver's a slang for a fixer, but in lower-income minority communities. Now, you need a runaway black girl that the cops don't want to look for.
Call Gregory.
You need to find the person that stole your Jordan 11s.
Llámelo.
But his real dream is to become a legit journalist. Now, on his seemingly 1038th interview, he gets a job writing a story on the murder of a famed Amsterdam criminal attorney. This shit is huge. He's finally getting his chance to prove that he can do everything the world said he could not do. Off to Amsterdam he goes for that fish out of water story.
And there we were introduced to the unstable Margot. She's 30, snorting cocaine before teaching a kickboxing class to street kids. She clearly has issues. Unable to talk without swearing, she's like a mix between Harley Quinn and Conor McGregor. So
She crazy.
once a big promise before falling from grace, the sport took its toll on her. and she's masking it with a I don't give a fuck attitude and dark humor. But having massive debts with the wrong people is not so funny. So working for Gregory is an opportunity to make some fast cash and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, man, we know that fast shit. So in the pilot, though, Gregory is finally hired for his first job. Dream finally achieved. Shady past, animalistic instincts, them very inner demons he's been trying to suppress. They're the reasons that gonna help him survive as he goes undercover to write this story on this lawyer that was murdered, who was found mauled like a motherfucking animal. Now Gregory learns, man, ain't no one wanted such a dangerous gig, and that here he really gonna need that fixer, man, if he want to survive. So he hires Margot. They seem like the worst fit. Gregory's like me. He's the calm, observant pacifist. Oh, knock that over. Margot is like him. He's the live wire big mouth, right?
Yep.
Now, when Gregory uncovers a major piece of how the operation works, he's found out and forced into an underground cage match to the death with a rabid, seemingly invincible opponent. Margot saves him, which makes Gregory realize he's going to have to do something we all have trouble with. Trust somebody. Now, this signals to us that this unstable alliance in the vein of Training Day, Girl with a Dragon Tattoo, Justin and Giancarlo, is going to become the driving force of the show as Gregory searches for the best way to write his story. Because, again, it started as an article on a little murder, but it's going to become a huge piece about the Dutch underworld and all the horrific dark-ass secrets y'all got boiling underneath the surface.
Together, they have to find a way to infiltrate the fixed kickboxing matches, and they discover it's headed by a mysterious man named Za, an entrepreneur in all things illegal. Now, this guy is one jaded, cold, and very disturbed piece of work. Unlike Gregory, he doesn't believe in change. He believes if you're from a lower class with an immigrant background, you have to accept the cards that you're dealt.
That shit's cold.
You are who you are. So like the folklore, Klud was shown as a demon who consumes its young victims, and in our story, Za has been using these matches as a training ground to recruit and grow his army of demonic soldiers. So in the week-to-week of the show, it revolves around going deeper in on that operation, and they'll travel to brothels and steroid farms, shady cell phone conventions, cage fights, and by the end of the season, it'll be Gregory and Margot against the Klud. And I'm asking you, who will win?
Well, who you got?
Margot and
Straight
Gregory,
up.
duh.
All right, I got the Klud. So because to win, they're going to have to trust each other, right? So the arcs we want to explore is, can Gregory learn to trust Margot and vice versa? Is Margot good or bad? Because that's a question I always ask myself to this day, man. Am I good or bad? Is there such a thing as good or bad? Now, with Margot, is she going to be able to heartlessly sacrifice Gregory after we reveal she only helping him to advance her own criminal agenda? Ouch. However this shit going to play out, Gregory and Margot not only going to have to fight an army of demons, they also going to have to fight those demons within.
Is it possible for these people to strive for redemption in a society where following the rules offers no reward? Why bother being innocent? Nocturnal is first and foremost a fun, exhilarating way to explore themes about second chances and defying the way others see you, and ultimately showing them that you can be more. And doing so while fighting demonic werewolves in Amsterdam. I mean, that's just the type of...
We do this shit.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
do
dope.
this. Mm-hmm.
And since this show will be a co-production with the Netherlands,
Mm-hmm.
like Margot would say, we got the best quality at a soft price, but you have to get it in the streets of Amsterdam.
See y'all at the steroid farms. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Je wil praten net het wijfschap, die maakt je kaal net Amber Rose. Gekke joint, het wordt een stress. Gekke spouw in de dash. Nu shows in het centrum. Zitten ze in